We're away again, Precious.
Yeah.
We're out of there, leaving Happy Bay behind. We're heading up today to a place called Woodwark Bay. So Happy Bay's only about 15 miles, I think. We got 19 knots right up the cluck today, so we're probably just going to go with our headsail today, I think. Bit overcast. Got the clears up just to sort of protect us a bit, but she's a bit of a bleak old sky today. Not super sunny. Just going to tow the dinghy, only a few miles, so all downwind, so we should be pretty right there. I've just taken all the heavy stuff out of there. I'm going over to catch up with JV, our mate, one of the Mackay boys. Bridle's working pretty hard on the dinghy here. We're right at the top of the tide here, so we should start getting it go with us shortly, but every now and then we just hit a little patch where there's a bit of chop and it gets a bit steeper and the thing starts surfing, but having the bridle on there just keeps the bow pointing towards us so it can't slew off to one side or the other. But the boat collar on there, the foam stuff on there, that also helps in keeping it nice and flat, so I know it's not going to broach, it's not going to bury the bow or anything like that, so I'm quite comfortable to tow it in this sort of weather, but this is about as much as you want, not too much more. Once we get around Pioneer Point up ahead though, we should be pretty right, I think. Got an obstacle up in front. We've got a cruise ship we've got to dodge around. Still just sailing along under our headsail. But there's our obstacle we've got to miss. Yeah, you wouldn't want to hit that at high speed, that's for sure. That little low point you can probably just make out in the distance, just to the left of that catamaran. Woodwark Bay. Certainly makes poor old Nariki look pretty small. So here we are in Woodwark Bay. Anchored up along the southern shore here, just over on my mate JV's beautiful Fusion 40 catamaran. He's going to cook us some dinner. Caught a couple of fish today. Yeah, it's still looking pretty bleak though, but the breeze is pretty light in here at least, so there's not much swell coming in. See what happens when the tide starts coming in later. Hopefully it'll stay nice and calm. Should be a nice night. Looking a bit bleak out wide there, but so far so good. No rain so far here. Riding the dinghy?
You betcha.
Alright, let's go and have a look. JV said he saw some dingoes over on the beach yesterday, so if we get lucky we might see one. You never know. Go and have a bit of a dinghy ride. Yeah, I reckon there's a manta ray up here. Something on the surface. Oh, my money's on it being a manta. Is. Hard to see him, but oh, where's he going now? Hold on his trail. There he is, just stuck his fin up. There can be a couple. I don't know, I think it's just one. Cool. Not such a nice day today. Got rain. At least it's fairly calm. You can see a little bit of swell coming in here. But yes, he's a bit drab this morning. Just dropped Precious off on the beach. He's going to do a bit of a scavenge for plastic. I'm going to come out and have a bit of a fish, I think. First fish for the day. I think they're called a sand bass. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, I'm going to chuck him back in. He's not staying on board. Fish number 2. Little grassy. Way undersized though, so he's going back. What a beautiful afternoon here. It's just glassed right off. Forecast was 15 to 20 knots today out of the southeast, so don't know what happened there. Anyway, I'll take it. It's been nice to have no wind for a change. Pretty overcast though most of the day. We've got a little bit of sun. We're off tomorrow though, Precious, aren't we? We're out of here. JV's in the background there still. So we're off around the corner tomorrow. We're going to go up towards Gloucester Passage, probably up to Little Jonah Bay. We might be motoring though, unless we get some breeze. We'll see what happens. Here goes JV. Poor bugger's been having some trouble with his having trouble with his genset. See you later, mate. Good luck with that genset. So she's a cracker of a morning today. Not a cloud in the sky. No, a few right off in the distance there. Not much breeze, unfortunately, but we're going to make a bit of a move today after a few days there at Woodwark. Precious is just up there hosing off the anchor. We brought up half the bottom with us. So we're going up to a place today called Little Jonah Bay. This is up near the entrance to Gloucester Passage. So it's not very far, it's only about 10 miles, maybe a little bit more, but just got to go around that distant point up ahead, straight over the top of Precious. And we're pretty much there. How's it looking there, Bowen? Got it all sorted?
There was a lot of mud,
Yep.
shells and oysters.
Oysters, yum. Excellent. All right, well, we've just got a little motor today. Might be time to get a fishing line out, I think. So just coming around the corner here at George Point. See Saddleback Island in front of us, and then in the background is Gloucester Island. We're just going to go through this little passage just between the point here and Saddleback. And Little Jonah Bay is just along on the left a little bit. Bit of breeze up now. We've had a headsail up, just motor sailing. Been nice. Been keeping our eyes out for our first whale of the season, but no joy yet. Can't be long now, Precious.
Maybe, who knows?
Keep watching. It's coming up towards Little Jonah Bay there now, just around the corner here. think I've found my spot.
Nice of someone to leave you a chair.
Wasn't it? It's going to be a good view from there too, I reckon. Hopefully it's sturdy enough. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's not a bad view, is it? Very nice. That'll do. What have you found? Big bucket buried under the sand.
Another bucket.
A bucket of sand.
Very heavy.
Going to give it a rinse off. Doing her scavenging up in the little creek here. Pretty special day here today. Looking very nice. See you later, Little Jonah Bay. Little short trip this morning. We're going to go through Gloucester Passage. This is up ahead there, just to the left of Gloucester Island. Around to the Cape Gloucester Resort. Go for a bit of a walk on the beach, stretch our legs. Beautiful morning again. A little bit cool though, it was down to 10 degrees last night, so a little bit chilly. We've had the clears up, keeps us out of the breeze. Looks like yet another beautiful day. So that's Jonah Bay there. And coming around Dingo Beach and Hideaway Bay over there, and then the passage up in front, and Gloucester Island. Bit of following breeze here, a little bit of a sort of sou'easter, so it should be nice around the other side. Been waiting for it to go well and truly sou'east. Oddly enough, we had a nor'easter yesterday afternoon, so very light though. That should be nice around here, and then tomorrow we're heading off into the distance there into Bowen. Go and catch up with our friends Tim and Joe. Got the fishing line out. We're hoping for a big seafood nosh up tomorrow night, so let's see if we can't add a bit of mackerel to it. Fish on! Don't think it's real big, but just noticed the rod tip behaving a bit differently, so let's see what we've got. I think I can feel something on it. Guide board on it, so it's a little bit hard to bring in. This looks like a little school mackerel. Not getting in here. Okay, nice little schoolie. It's 500 on the dot. The box is 500 and he's a little bit bigger than that, so he might be doing tomorrow night. Not sure who's got right of way here, but we'll find out shortly. Hopefully he's above 22 metres. Well, he's coming straight at us. How cool's that? Nice little flyby for us. Time for walkies. Anchored the dinghy on the beach there. There's Nariki at the back. Go for a little stroll. Have a stretch. Been off the boat for a day, so nice to get off and have a little bit of a walk. Pretty busy in here at the Cape Gloucester Resort today. School holidays, I guess. Never seen it quite so busy. Change of venue here. Came somewhere different for another drink. Just had a fabulous arvo down at Monty's. Caught up with some new friends, Phil and Liz. Got a catamaran called Grace. So we'll no doubt catch up with them along the way a little bit. Just absolutely fabulous here now. Beautiful. Getting a little chilly though, so back to the boat for some dinner, I think. Just a half-mile walk back to remember to pick it up. Okay, hopefully our dinghy's at the end of that. There goes our friends out there, filling these, going out to their boat. So we're away, left Cape Gloucester there, en route to Bowen today, which is just across the bay here at Little Bay. Precious has done a good job getting the anchor up and getting the sails up. Full main today. I just opened the little flap in the top here so I can have a bit of a squizzy through. Got the heady going as well. Pretty nice, not too much breeze. Only got about 8 knots of breeze. 10 knots it's saying there now. We're sitting just on 6 knots, 5.9, so happy enough with that. Got 2-hour trip across there. Should be very cruisy. Breeze is up a little bit now. So's our boat speed. Smashing along. Wish you could do this every day. Smoking along. Breeze has jumped to 16. Sitting over 8s now. Beautiful. Yoo-hoo! Sending it. Got a fair bit of twist in the main going here at the moment. We're just trying to sort of get the top telltales flying. Doesn't seem to slow it up. Could probably sheet on just a tiny bit more here now. A couple of little bubbles in the luff there, every now and then. But may not look that good, but it's fast. Whatever gets the numbers going.